Every day, we rise to serve this beautiful land and the people that make it a better place. Every day, we rise to serve the community leaders that stand up so others can stand out. It's not what we do as a leading financial services company or what we offer through our affordable policies and exceptional service. It's who we are. Serving is in our blood. It's our lifeblood. We know we have the power and responsibility to change lives. So we do by enabling and supporting the people who are too often undervalued and overlooked by others. The COVID-19 pandemic hit our communities hard, but we often found innovative ways to support our clients in their time of need. And support we did. Thanks to your extra efforts, thousands of people were able to claim life-saving essentials like airtime, electricity, and instant groceries at over 500 retailers across the country. We know how many extra hours you put into making sure 65% of our clients' valid claims were paid within 4 hours, and we value your commitment to finalize all claims within 24 hours. And when it came to honoring our promises, you were united in service to make sure we paid out loyalty rewards and cashback bonuses in excess of 144 million rand. The world may have changed overnight, but our passion for serving others hasn't. It just keeps on growing. We live in a country with so many unsung heroes. Sometimes the best way to serve is to shine a light on their good deeds. Community leaders like Nurse Egan put their lives on the line to serve from the front line during the COVID-19 pandemic. We see you and we salute you for all that you do. Our Museum of Heroes grows bigger every day thanks to people like Yvonne Makapan. As a pharmacist assistant, Yvonne was already serving her community in times of need, but that didn't stop her from creating a safe space for children to learn and play. We love how she called her NGO Touched by an Angel. That's exactly how we see all our Assupol heroes. Serving without action is just good intentions. But with so much need around us, where do you even start? We know that if we want to make a meaningful impact in our communities, we need to focus our skills and resources on the foundation that supports every community, education and skills development. That's why our CSI program is grounded in education and supported by the 2 community pillars of health and sports. But we don't do it alone. We partner with government, engage our communities, and even leverage the passion and skills of our people. Serving is a collective effort that starts with saying, what can we do to improve people's lives? Early childhood development gives children the foundational skills they need to learn, grow, and succeed in life. But in remote and rural communities like Msinga, Ngutu, and Nelmapius, these ECD centers can also be a lifeline that helps the greater community to beat unemployment and poverty. That's why our ECD program is driven by one key objective: to help the South African government make ECD available to all children by 2030. And we're committed to that 100%. When the lockdown restrictions shut down ECD centers, making it impossible for our Assupol Community Trust to deliver, we didn't give up. We stepped up.
Parents, because of COVID, lost their income and they could not even pay the school fees. That meant that those children stayed at home, and at homes where there's high levels of unemployment, there's high levels of poverty, and some of those children stayed without food. And therefore we came up with what we called the COVID-19 plan. It focused on 3 areas in supporting these ECD centers. It focused first of all on providing, as I indicated earlier on, that there was loss of income. So we provided stipends for 6 months. And the second area was to assist these ECD centers, and we paid operational costs for each ECD for a period of 6 months again. And the third area was to enable them to comply with the guidelines in terms of COVID-19, to make sure that they sanitize the area and all those things. We provided the PPEs as the third area.
During 2020, the Trust spent 1.9 million rand in COVID relief, providing stipends to 258 ECD practitioners, 52 day mothers, and playgroup facilitators in Msinga, Ngutu, and Nelmapius for 6 months.
Nagale day mothers, Assupol, Impepoots, Negasna stuff, Marcheltela Assupol, integrated stuff, Frichaga Nesing Hill. Nkwaka nesna pent o ka ra ke sale le ba mara ke khona ka tshata so pa ke re ke le pent ka montlong go a bona ha mara Assupol e khatlameditse bophelo ba mo ke le moteng mo ka tšo ne ke sa khole hore nna nka ya ba re ke a dikhoso mara ka tšo nkitse khos ke khone go nna ke shere le batho ne le khale re tlhoetse sekolo mara Assupol e rile gore re khone go ngwala mo ne re sa fitlhelle moteng. Kore na Assupol ke leboga ke le eske le day mother Assupol ke leboga go menagana a ke itse gore nka lirelang ka gore ha ke na se ke lebogela se nna le nthusitseng ka sona Assupol.
The Trust also covered the operational costs of 95 ECD centers, gave life-saving PPE equipment to 211 day mothers and ECD playgroups, and provided nutritious meals to children and their families who had nothing to eat.
Since we started our ECD centers, we changed the lives of our women in our community. And then now they are able to put something on the table and support their families. Registering with the Department of Social Development, there are norms and standards. Assupol came here and then changed the whole school. Now, if you can see, our school is look like the new one because of Assupol. We don't know where we be now. So Assupol play a huge role in our community.
Assupol believes that all children deserve a safe, hygienic, and healthy environment to learn and grow. It should be the standard, not the exception. But the reality for many children attending school in rural areas in South Africa is undignified. Some rural schools have no ablution facilities on site. Others are either too unsafe or unhygienic to use, especially if you're a young woman coming of age. That's why in 2018, Assupol pledged its support for government's collaborative SAFE initiative, committing to building safe ablution facilities for 100 schools in rural areas across Limpopo, KwaZulu-Natal, and the Eastern Cape. In 2021, we proudly reached the halfway mark with new facilities having been built for a total of 50 schools. It's a proud moment and one that will make us work even harder to reach our target that much sooner.
This project is very important in our life as Assupol, as it has given us an opportunity to participate in creating a safer environment, learning environment for our children. We believe in creating such facilities in order for us to take part. As Assupol, we believe in partnering with government. And we believe that the social ills that we have in our country cannot be the government's responsibility only. And that is the reason why we have partnered with the Department of Education so that we can assist them in addressing some of the challenges they have.
We know how valuable women are to our business. We know the enormous contribution they make to our industry and country, if only they're given the opportunity to shine. That's why Assupol started the Women Distribution Channel to create a pathway for female university graduates with no work experience to get the training and job experience they need to become financial advisors within Assupol.
At Assupol we serve. Saving is an ethos that we live by. It's part of our DNA as an organization. The work that we do in the communities is an extension of who we are as a brand. We all know that women are mostly vulnerable in our communities and that they are mostly affected by the social ills that exist. Part of the mandate for WDC is to make sure that they contribute to the industry by developing women, contribute to sales within Assupol by making sure that we have women represented, but I think ultimately to making sure that women can be financially independent.
Today, we're so proud that these 72 dynamic women are part of our growing family.
Women Distribution Channel is a new division created by Assupol to create employment for young female graduates and to empower them into the financial industry. Few challenges that young female graduates are facing today, it's unemployment and also gender-based violence.
Women and children are our country's most precious asset. Sadly, they're also our most neglected and abused, no more so than during the COVID-19 pandemic. That's why every year, the Assupol Community Week looks to the compassionate example set by Nelson Mandela and extends a helping hand to our most vulnerable citizens. In 2021, we focused on serving 4 organizations that care for abused, orphaned and vulnerable children. From food to learning materials, toys and even kitchen appliances, our teams worked extra hard to provide these 4 organizations with the critical resources they need to keep loving, growing and supporting the children in their care. And what a pleasure it is to serve them in the name of Assupol. This year, Assupol's legacy of serving kept growing and growing with more projects and volunteers than ever before. Even with lockdowns and restrictions, we provided new school shoes for 710 school children, donated sewing equipment to upskill 10 women in Fobene village, celebrated Women's Day by teaching self-defense to the women of Mercy House, made sure that more vulnerable young women got access to essential sanitary towels, gave sports equipment to over 100 young soccer and netball stars across Gauteng and Mpumalanga, and helped refurbish the house of 2 pensioners who lost their prized possessions to a fire. It's easy to see that our company is built on servant leadership. When our communities call for help, we answer. It starts with our people, and the impact lives beyond the Assupol name. The Assupol Cares Employee Initiative is funded and managed by our employees. They nominate the projects, they channel our resources, they manage the funds. So, when there was a nomination to support the Nkuna Community Project, Assupol Cares got to work donating mobility equipment to the disabled communities surrounding Dan, Sasekani, Shawela Dambarasi and Lipepane. It breaks our hearts when preschoolers must sleep on cold, cracked floors at school. So, when an Assupol employee saw the cracked floors and broken equipment at the Moloto Primary School, he alerted Assupol Cares. And just like that, the preschoolers had chairs to sit on, mattresses to sleep on, and educational toys to support their learning journey. That's the lesson of Assupol Cares. We care because you care to serve. If 2021 taught us anything, it's that heroes come in many different forms. Some wear badges, others corporate attire. But no matter what their title or job description, they all have one thing in common: their passion to serve. Thank you for helping us serve South Africa every day, the Assupol way. We salute you.